It'll be in Australia, in South Korea. And, dude, it was born right here.
First one ever. We're gonna go in.
Dude, we got in. Oh, I've not been in here in 10 years. Look at this. And this is the Exchange building. This is the room. This is the fucking room, dude.
Gorgeous.
Feature Friday, Founders Live was born right here. I'm Nick Hughes, and this is Exploring Greatness. In our first city, we start here in my hometown of Seattle, Washington. You can see it's absolutely beautiful. This is where I grew up, as well as this is where Founders Live started, the birthplace of our great company. I'm gonna show you some iconic spots of the city, some areas where we even had our first events, and my favorite spots to grab a refreshing drink. Let's go. We're gonna jump on a seaplane. I'm gonna see my home city from the sky. I'm gonna look over my actual house, the lake that I call home as I run around this all the time, and the Seattle downtown. You'll see the Space Needle. Hey, let's go check it out. You know, it ain't every day you get to tour your own city as a tourist. And, you know, I took the opportunity to jump on this plane. I had not taken this flight to see our city from above. And, you know, as you can see, I mean, I'm going right around my neighborhood. I used to live right there on the lake. And then, you know, I've stayed around the lake, and now I actually live in just this neighborhood north of the lake there, as you can see it. And, you know, taking in Seattle, this beautiful city, this city I've known for so many years as an adult. And, you know, exploring greatness is about not just exploring the innovators that we come across through Founders Live around the world, but it's about showing you that greatness is around us every day. It's in our own home cities, it's in our towns, it's in our landscape. And I hope that you can see that with this fun tour around Seattle. This thing, and oh my god, dude, this is fucking cool. It's like Office Space now. It's not even an event room anymore. That's fucking where it was born. Great things can be built. They can start anywhere and they can go all over the world. And you're seeing it right here. Fuck, man.
I know, it's wild. It's such a trip.
I have not been in here since the last Founders Feature Friday event. When we left this, it was Feature Friday still. And I can't describe the emotions right now, actually. Fuck. That's the lesson. The lesson is you create something little, something small. This was a Google Doc. It was in my mind, it was a Google Doc. It was some little puny event. And now it's impacting people all over the world. That's it.
So it's easy to do one event comparatively to like building a global company. You can do a couple events. We've seen the fall off sometimes with people that try to make a thing and then the reality kicks in of like persisting.
Yeah.
How did you persist in this? What made you continue doing it? What gave you the confirmation this was the right thing? What was inside you had to do that kept?
Fuck, man. I don't know. I think a lot of people just don't get the momentum. They don't have a repeatable process, and then they don't have belief that they can, this could be something much bigger.
So is it that belief that really drives you when things get the worst? And we've seen them get the worst.
Well,
what keeps you going when most people would have quit?
Not to say what else is there to do in the world, but like, what am I going to go get a job? Like, I want this to be my job. And so like, unless things get horrible, like I'm going to keep doing this. And the cool thing is I know doing this when there's been very little to zero income. I know that life, and it was not great, but it was also fun. And why would I not do this? So I think I've seen and experienced the lowest or the worst, and it's been fine. And obviously life is different now. Our company's bigger, and so there's different dynamics. But yeah, like the last thing I want to do, I was actually on a run this morning thinking about it, and I'm like, there's nothing else I want to do. Why would I ever go and work for another company? Why? Like, I want to do this, and I want to do this for the rest of my life. And like, so that's.
Well, that also helps you, stay. That's a commonality you have with other founders, right? You see that in them, and you want them to succeed, and that helps build this thing around the world.
Yeah, and we're encouraging that. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but it's for the right people for the right reasons, and we hope that you get that. But God damn, this is amazing. This is the best. This is the best gift of today for sure. Like, we've come to this door, and like we haven't got in, and we're here. I mean, look at this. Look at this tile. Look at what is that? I mean,
this is all deco.
I mean, it looked like this, like the ceilings, man. I'll never forget that, like ceilings and like God.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, it's so cool, man. That is a piece of history. It's pretty emotional stuff.
Yes, there's cities we've been to, cities that have established Founders Live events. There are going to be some new cities too that you haven't been to. Cities will be having their first, second, that they're going to be very early in the Founders Live system. What are you looking forward to in that scenario? How is that different for you compared to one that you've been to or that's an established city in our system?
I think the other way to answer this question is just how much I love travel and how much the travel going to various cities, you're just seeing other ways of life. Yeah. And of course, like when I travel internationally, you're literally seeing like these ways of life, different languages, different cultures. But even in the United States, you're able to see different cities. And, not every city is like Seattle. Not every culture is like Seattleites. And so that to me is the most important thing. And I'm so excited about that. And so, it challenges me too. It gets me out of my comfort zone. You know this, we've talked about it. And I've talked about it even on the shows. Like last season, I, talked about how, look, I'm 2 weeks before I leave, or a week and a half, you start to feel a little bit of the pressure and the challenge. But man, when you're on the road, it is a pressure cooker. It's a word you've used before. I call it a bullet train. This thing happens, it goes, it's a week at a time for 20 plus weeks. Like, I don't think anyone understands what a travel experience is. That type of tour is intense, and it's invigorating, but it's also very intense, and so I look forward to it.
So what makes it intense? For most people don't know that it's, you're not just, we're recording this, but it's not like, okay, let's put you up at the Four Seasons, we're going to do a couple hours each day, and then you're doing an event, and then you'll leave. What are you doing here? Explain to the people what this is all about, and why would that be high pressure to be in a city for a week?
Well, it's so intense because imagine.
What do they not know here?
I guess what I would say is, like, imagine, okay, you're planning a vacation, a week-long vacation to New York, and you got to look up, are you going to stay in Airbnb, you're going to stay in a hotel, you got to get flights, you have to coordinate, like, okay, just, even notify your bank that, like, hey, I'm going to just take the measures so nothing major happens. The fact is, times that by 22 or 23, okay? So just from a standpoint of, organizing your travel and getting everything together, and, I'm literally booking out Airbnbs weeks at a time, and you typically do that about a month to 3 weeks before. You are literally sleeping in a new bed, and, you're getting up, okay, where's my coffee? It's a different route every week. You have to go get groceries. You're in a foreign city, or just a different city. Your schedule, look, we're still building a company and we're still working. So I'm literally like working on the road. I have to be fresh to speak at the events. I have to be fresh to talk to the camera. I've got to be fresh to interview a person. Oh, by the way, how do you stay fresh is you need to stay healthy, and you make sure your exercise is, you're just moving, so you're staying healthy, and you're not maybe going out too late every night and drinking and whatever. Point is, that's what's intense about it, is like, it just, your normal life in your city, you times it by 10 because you're just on this like never ending treadmill of the next city, and you have to repeat that, and you have to stay on top of it. So that's why it's intense. But the other side of it is it's awesome. It's so fun to meet all the new people and speak at our events. Dude, like, we watch from afar our cities. But to see every week you're in a new city with a new Founders Live event with new founders and like the energy, that's the cool part about it. So. When I look across this water, and this is Seattle, this is my home, this is where Founders Life started, and it's very touching that people feel it so much around the world, and it's touching that I created it. And I'm not taking all the credit here, but I am identifying that, we walked by it, the scene there at the Exchange building, when we were able to get in there. That was the first time I'd been in that building since the moment I left and had the last event there. That was probably 10 years ago. And since then, this thing, this emotion, this movement of entrepreneurship and really powering the pulse of early stage entrepreneurship and success all around the world. Literally, Pakistan, Indonesia, Australia. It is. I struggle to find the words because it's so powerful and emotional. And I got emotional when I was in that building, seeing that venue from 10 years ago, 11 years ago, and so it's hard to describe. And I take it very personally and deeply, not only the honor, but the responsibility to continue to lead Founders Live around the world. And that's why I travel. That's why these tours are so important for me, to meet our city leaders, to shake hands and say hi to all of you founders and see what entrepreneurship is like in other cities. This is Seattle. You see, the event, that is entrepreneurship and founders here in the state of Washington in the United States. But what it's like in other cities and countries, that's why I do this. And so it's days like today that you don't want to leave Seattle. It's days like today you just take this in. What a day. Cheers to Seattle. Thank you so much. Thank you, Luis.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it. Seattle, here we are. Comes to an end. It's an absolute beautiful city. I love living here. I love the fact that Founders Live was started here, was born in that exchange building. We've grown all around the world, but I'm so happy to call this home. And thank you so much. You can see how beautiful it is. Off to Portland.